looky here. It's the Pat and JT podcast.
Pat and JT podcast.
As this podcast goes live, Merry Christmas yesterday. It is now the big return season. Everything that didn't fit, he didn't like. Oh, and then you're tune blasting, collecting your coins.
Every day, even on Christmas Day, I'm going to claim my prizes.
That's the best time to do it.
Yep.
That's the best time to do it, I'm telling you.
So I'll get that out of the way. And congratulations to JT's Nuts again for the team tournament this past weekend.
Nice job. Good job.
So we're just going to claim that little prize real quick here, too.
I haven't got on mine yet. I passed a big milestone this weekend. I went past level 2,000. So I was pretty excited. At 2009, I think, this time. I was on level 1,999 for a very, very long time. It was very frustrating. But blew through that door and then made it to 2009. And then that's it. Then I pumped the brakes. So
I don't even know. I think I'm on 133. I'm chugging along.
You'll get there. It's taken me over a year. No big deal.
I was looking at where some people are on the team, just how many levels they've gone up, and I'm like, my God, how many hours have we spent on this? If only we'd been working for world peace.
Think of all the things. Think of all the things you could do.
That could be done with the hours.
Yes.
And we're now, let's see, of the people, I've gotten
to the point now when I'm in my living room doing it and my son's I hear him come out of his room. I hit the button and I swipe over and open like Reuters or something.
Just something.
Yeah.
I don't want to see like the boss walking in.
Something different.
Doing something right.
Yeah.
So we only have 4 players left that are in the double digits. Everybody's in triple digits. And nobody's past triple digits yet, though.
I found a new great game. I know we give out podcast recommendations sometimes.
I made a mistake. Axiom, congratulations, 1,057. And Angie's at 946.
Good job.
So there we go. Okay,
nice
go
job,
ahead.
guys. It is a game called Dig This, which I think you'll like it. Dig This. And it's a game where you have I
heard of this.
There's like a ball, and you have to and it's sitting on sand, and you have to. It gives you different routes. The ball has to get into a little cup, and it gives you obstacles and like bombs.
That's like Dig Dug.
I mean, kinda, but
it's better. But I mean, you know what I mean. Remember?
I remember Dig Dug. Yeah, but this is like it's after like the second level, you'll realize how it strays from Dig Dug. It's a very fun game. It's very addicting.
I just wish I could come up with a game like this. I want to come up. It's usually the easiest.
We're overthinking it.
Keep
constantly.
It simple.
How about Flappy Bird? I mean, Flappy Bird was absolutely ridiculously easy. That guy was making $50,000 a day, and then he pulled it off of he couldn't handle it. The popularity pulled it off of the Play Store, and remember because they were selling phones and tablets that had Flappy Bird on it, which I have a tablet in the office with Flappy Bird on it.
I do too. I have a phone with it on
for hundreds of dollars.
Yeah,
above what the normal tablet would cost.
Because you couldn't get it anymore.
No, and you still can't.
Really?
Yeah,
and I won't. But I won't sell my phones. I have that this paranoia about. Imagine that about
shock
about selling or returning any of my phones. I mean, especially before there was cloud-based, where you could save everything.
Yeah,
you don't have your own cloud, then you could wipe your phone. Because I have stuff on my phone, I know I've transferred it to the other phone, but there's not everything like Flappy Bird.
Sure.
But there's other things that are on my phone as well, and that, and granted, the chances that somebody is going to forensically deconstruct my phone
and take the time to do it because of your ties to what international spot? I mean, why?
Really, nobody's going to do that. And there's so many good things you can do with your phone. Donating your phones, like the women's shelters, they take the used phones,
sure,
so that they can give the women phone, which is a great idea. I'm just scared to death to hand over any of my electronics. Even my old computers, my old laptops, the hard drives.
I don't ever turn those in. Like,
what have you done with? Do you just have a stack of them in your closet?
No. Well, you can just drill a hole through the hard drive. If you want to get rid of it, drill a hole through the hard drive, like just literally through the shell casing and everything, and just throw it away. Then you can.
I could do that.
Or you can soak it in water. Like, do that water. If you're really ultra paranoid, you can burn it, I suppose. But I think just a hole in the hard drive will be fine.
I think that would cause a phone call to the authorities if I suddenly had a metal fire in the backyard.
Wonder if you're working for the Clinton Foundation or something. What's that chick out there doing in the ditch, burning her?
Where do you find bleach bit?
What's she doing?
I'm kidding. It sounds like that might be right up my alley.
Even though they say you wipe it. I mean, phones, I don't care. If you turn in a phone, like at the end of your thing, if you're not going to keep it and you turn it in, whatever, that's fine. I take it back to ground zero and give it back to them, whatever.
Do you believe that once you wipe it that they can't find anything on it?
No. I mean, they can because the police do all the time on Dateline. So I don't, but whatever. It's like they're not going to.
Like I've got my credit card stuff in there and.
But it's also on like our Chrome browsers.
Oh, hell yes.
So it's like whatever. It's everywhere. At this
true.
point, it's like, you know what? Just take it.
It's to the point, like the stuff on your Chrome browser. I like that because it's synced with everything, right? So nothing's being stored on the actual phone. But that means
It's on a computer somewhere in somebody's office.
yes,
Yeah. There's so it's less secure, but whatever. It's so
but
convenient.
it's more convenient.
You finally
They
did. You
suck you in.
finally are doing what I saw decades ago. Just give it all up.
It's
for
crazy.
convenience.
It's I don't know. Anyway,
Have you been to the store Five Below? You heard of the store Five Below? It's like it's a dollar store, but everything in the store is $5 or less. Everything. It's called Five Below.
okay. Where's this at?
There's a couple. There's one in what we talked about with Heidi the other day in that tornado of terrible traffic, the Target, Walmart, Home Depot, 130th and 132nd and L.
There's some
in
good.
that
There's some good
marketplace.
stores in there. There's some great places to eat in there. The problem is just getting in and getting out.
It's a disaster. If you guys
Horrible
have ever been there,
design.
you know what I'm talking about. Between the road that splits right between Home Depot and Target, right there, and there's a Starbucks in the corner. It is it's like if you go online and Google roundabout in Mexico City, it looks like it's the crazy traffic going everywhere. That's
Yeah.
what it's like.
It's awful.
It is. So that's where
yeah.
and that's where Five Below is. And we went to Five Below the day before Christmas, right? And the guy, and it's crazy anyway. We knew it going in, but we had to get a specific thing.
Got it.
So we went there, and that you feel bad when somebody's in a great mood and somebody's singing and they're laughing and they're just in a great mood, and you know that you're over the holidays when you get pissed at them, you avoid them. Normally you would take their energy, put you in a better mood.
Right.
As soon as we walk in, this guy's singing and he's dancing and he's an employee, and I'm just like, dude,
I've had it.
I've done. I just need point to the books. And then you go back and you realize at that point I needed to talk to him because I needed to ask if they had this book at another location.
So
And
there
I'm
you
like,
are.
I told him, I'm like, all right, babe, I'm going in. She goes, good luck. And I'm just, and his energy is it's just too much. It's just too much. And it was genuine. He's a super nice guy, very helpful.
You know
like
what,
Five
though?
Below, it's a great employee to hire. I was just in a crabby mood.
Well, a lot of times I think too that no matter where you go, whether it's the grocery store or retail store or whatever, they need to read their customers, because some people just want to get in, get out.
Yeah.
And you can make my day if you can keep it simple, you know, and just in and out. I was at the grocery store the other day and I was buying, I'm trying to think here what the deal was. God, it had to do with the toilet paper that I bought. That's all I know. And I bought it it's not for my house. It was for a storeroom area. It's a long story.
Yeah.
But I'm picking up some supplies for somebody else.
Okay.
So this was going to be just like, this isn't any place that's classy. This is just you need
functional.
the necessities, and that's all you need. So I didn't buy top tier
Top
toilet
shelf.
paper.
Top shelf, yeah.
Right. I went with the bargain.
One ply, not
It
four.
was probably, which I was very disappointed the other day. I noticed that Continental has, if you don't read, they have one ply. And Continental used to be my go-to. And I'm like, when did this switch? It's toilet paper. I'm telling you, they make a bundle on that. You remember when they started making the rolls shorter?
Yeah.
They started making them shorter. So when you lay them on, when you sit them on their side, so they weren't as wide and they don't fill up as much space, but they're saying that it was a jumbo roll.
Which
And
is
it's like, but it's an inch shorter.
Beth showed me a meme this weekend that says there's no math harder than trying to figure out toilet paper.
That's the
Or
truth.
5 rolls at 72 per, and then the other one is 10 rolls at 35. Like, what's the better deal?
Exactly.
It's the
Then you have to
worst.
look at if it's 1 ply or 2 ply and how many
Yes.
sheets per roll to figure out if you're getting a good deal or not. I was getting a great deal.
I just
'Cause
want a clean butt.
I was saving tons of money on this, and I have no concern for who's using it. I really didn't. And so she made a comment about the girl that was checking me out. And I say girl, she was older, but she made the comment about, because this is right around Thanksgiving. It was about a month ago when this happened, and said something about getting toilet paper for the in-laws in the spare bathroom, huh?
That's funny.
And then she
That's
proceeds.
hilarious.
She proceeds to tell me this whole story while she's checking things out, and she'd stop right in the middle and just stand there and talk to me. And there's people behind me,
Oh, and that's embarrassing.
and I'm like, I I'm not even engaging with her.
Right.
She's just talking, and she'll stop and she'd lean forward and she put her hand down. And then you know what she said to me? And I'm like, oh my God, keep checking my groceries.
I'm all about a story, but keep it rolling. Let's keep it moving, sister.
And after he was done, she tore off my receipt. She's standing there holding it in her hand, finishing, and I couldn't get it from her. And she was like,
you can just tell the tension from the people behind you.
I could feel the darts.
Yes.
Coming at me.
Like, you guys, I'm not doing this.
Like, please don't do this to me. Don't be that person. Please just get me out of here. And my body language had to be screaming, stop talking to me.
Okay, and even around Thanksgiving, it's still busy. It's still crazy. You just need to know that you don't need to share those stories right there. It's all about customer service is awesome, but just like you said, read your customers, read your audience, play to them.
Please, because I was appalled. So now every time I go to that grocery store, I always do the self-checkout.
Yeah. Okay. I love self-checkout is the way to go. I know you're whatever, not
putting
giving
somebody out of a job,
but I'm sorry about that, but I need to turn and burn and get out of there. Target's is great. They have it like all funneled to where you go into 3 or 4 different little deals. There was a guy last week checking out at Target where whatever it's self-check, so I guess you go at your own pace, but it's kind of implied that it's for expedited checking. You don't take a whole cart through there.
Well,
we have before, but we go fast. We don't take our time.
You try to move along. There are places that actually have self-check that say express lanes, less than 10 items or something like that.
Oh, they have that
I've
now?
seen those at a couple places lately.
Well, that's good.
And that might be why, because people are rolling in with a cart full of groceries and wanting to do the self-check. And I get it. It's supposed to be more for like
just go. This guy was taking his time. Like he would pick up and he had toilet paper. He picked up his toilet paper and he looked for the barcode, set it down, walked around, scanned it, went back, checked it, grabbed one item, scanned it. There was a huge line, and I was in line. I was 10 back in line waiting. It was a lot of people.
God!
And I made it through before he even got done. He wasn't even done by the time I made all the way through, and there was only one. There was like 4.
When I have a bunch of stuff, I'd rather have somebody else do it, because you got somebody else putting it in the sack for you, somebody else loading up your cart for you. Then if you got a lot of stuff, if you have a few items, it's easier just to zip through real quick.
Yeah,
and especially when that lady's working. So I don't want to go
Talker
through her.
McTalkerson.
Oh my God! Yeah, she just and she's loud, so everybody could hear what she was talking about.
Yes.
Like, please just stop.
Please just stop. This is humiliating to me. I'm sorry, lady. We would like to thank Kugler Vision for their support of our podcast.
Super excited about this too, because you know what's coming up. It's the year of Kugler Vision.
It's the year they've been waiting for since Dr. Kugler was a baby Kugler. I can't wait for 2020, Mom. He's looking up at her.
I'm going to be an eye doctor.
Yes.
2020 is going to be my year.
It's perfect.
This is going to be the best one. And it could be your year too. Now, Pat and I have both had the procedure done on our eyes and had our vision corrected. My goodness. The one thing I always say, the only regret I had is I didn't do it sooner. And if you have any trepidation, if you're fearful, trust me, a lot of people have already told us about this, that they were fearful. They trusted us to go ahead and make that consultation appointment so you can go in and meet the whole gang. And then you all of a sudden feel that security and you realize that this is a win-win situation. They want you to be comfortable in. And once you understand what's going on and what you can achieve, it just all of a sudden takes the fear away.
That's right. And also, you don't have to just trust us. I mean, 3 years in a row, they've been voted best of Omaha. So a lot of people in the Omaha area and the region trust Kugler Vision.
Not just a lot. We can actually put a number to it to a degree. They have over 600 happy patient reviews. Over 600 of them. And so, the 3 years in a row, and I think they're doing pretty well. So this could be the year. 2020 is just around the corner and you want to see it coming.
That's right.
See what I did there? Okay.
When you make your consultation, you need to let them know that the Pat and JT podcast is where you heard about Kugler Vision, and that's who sent you to go see them.
That's really important. I mean, we want them to know that our supporters are supporting them.
Go to their website. It's kuglervision.com.
What day actually is this released on?
This 26th of December, 2019.
The day after. I have a plumbing issue at my house.
Yeah.
And so our best buddy, Josh, the hot plumber, is on the job to take care of it. But I have a slow drain in my new bathrooms. New to me, right? I went through the struggles of redoing that bathroom a couple of years ago. So it's not that old.
And you already got a slow drain?
Yes. And I don't understand. Because the other bathroom, he fixed it 10 years ago. Can you believe that?
Didn't you have some plumbing, like a pipe ruptured in your garage and
that was the one.
Froze all over your Jeep or whatever?
It was my truck. It was 10 years ago, and it was in February. I'd moved in August, and all of a sudden I hear water running, and I'm like, where's there water running? It was February, and it was windy as all get out. It's cold. And I was downstairs.
Check
I
all
was
the
upstairs.
toilets.
Right. I could hear the water running. And then I opened the door to the garage. Oh my God. And it was right above my truck, and it was just pouring water out of the ceiling all over my truck.
Takes you a second to really process what you're seeing in a garage,
Yeah.
a waterfall in a garage.
And I'm like, how do I turn the water off? I was a complete blank because I hadn't been in that house but just a couple, 3 months, right? And I'm just like, I know where everything is, but at that moment,
Yeah, right. You have no clue what to do.
I don't know what to do. And then all of a sudden it dawned on me, okay, run downstairs and turn off the water. So I turned that off. I remember that. And then Josh came to fix it, and the wind was blowing from the north, and my garage faces north, had the door open. He had no coat on. He's up there drenched. I'm
He's
like,
a dandy.
oh man, he is crazy. So yeah, so we got to get this one fixed. So we'll
He's
see
an
what
absolute
happens.
dandy. I haven't seen Josh for so long except through Facebook.
I haven't either. I know that's just it.
Yeah.
I mean, his little girl, and they're expecting
Yeah.
another baby.
Yeah. You see your friends a lot less than you did 10, 15 years ago, but you know more about them than you did 10 or 15
Yeah.
years ago. It seems like, which is odd.
It's true because you think, well, you know everything that's going on, but I just haven't physically seen him. Mm-hmm. And
I used to see him all the time. When we grew up down the street from him, and we were both, continue to be, we were both fat kids together. And I was always short, went through a little growth spurt, but then packed her back on there a couple years later. But we would lay on the floor in his living room, and
how old were you?
12, 13
Okay.
ish. He was a year younger than me. So right around that same age. And we would lay on our backs, and we'd let gravity pull our bellies in. And he had kind of a higher voice like that. And hey, Pat, wouldn't this be great if we were this skinny? And we'd look at over each other, and we'd see
your
our
ribs.
Right. We were like, oh, that'd be so great. We pretend we had abs.
All the girls were all over us.
Right.
Oh my God.
I distinctly remember laying on his living room floor. And my brother weighing 25 pounds soaking wet, and here Josh and I are. But then, of course, we get up and go have 8 bologna sandwiches. So we weren't
Right.
helping ourselves.
No, you weren't fixing the problem. Was he super tall at 12, 13?
I don't remember. Not super tall.
Because he's like
Taller.
6'6" or something now,
Yeah.
isn't he? Something like that. He's tall.
a tall
Big
guy.
boy. He's big boy all the way around. He's tall. But yeah, that's funny.
Imagine what the girls would like us if we were this skinny, huh? Like, what? Yeah, probably. Probably. Yeah, he scaled the side of my house one time in the summer too. My brother and I were sleeping in. This was well into when we shouldn't be climbing people's houses. And it was like,
Is there ever a time when you should?
no, but there's like this age when it's
Acceptable?
Yeah, he lived like a mile away, and we could hear his it wasn't a motorcycle, it was like a motorbike, really. Dwee! We'd hear that thing far away, and we're like, if he's coming our way, it gets a little louder and louder, and we would hear it getting louder. And yeah, sure, one day we didn't hear the motorcycle, and all of a sudden we hear on our second story bedroom window, I was crashed on my brother's floor, and it was, hey, you guys awake? Like, what? Like, all you do is ring the doorbell, dude.
He was that kid.
He was. What?
He was that kid. I knew a kid like that in school too. Yeah, that was always in places he shouldn't be. Could not sit still to save his life.
No.
There was no chance. As a matter of fact, the other day when I called his office, I was talking to Barb in his office, and she was cracking up because he had to take a class for something. And so he was constantly texting her about work stuff. And hey, did you check this? Could you look into this? How do did we get this done? Da, da, da. So he's supposed to be paying attention in class.
Right, not.
And he can't sit still, but he has to sit still. So he's just constantly texting her. She says, he probably sent me 300 texts. She says, I didn't get anything done that day. It was crazy, but he never sits still. I said, he is a no sit still, no be quiet kind of guy.
Yeah, it'd be hard to do.
Yeah. He's always got a story. He's always got something going on. And he's hilarious. So anyways, I'll let you know how things work out.
Well, good luck with the plumbing, the holiday plumbing.
Holiday plumbing's always
Always.
bring it on.
402-403-9478. Text us. Voicemail. We really are grateful that you listen to our podcast. It's Pat and JT on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
Pat and JT Podcast. A Parkville Media Production.